catch you again. Lisa and I are getting ready to head out tomorrow for Torres del Paine to do the circuit, or the O, or there's, people call it a couple of different things. But I just wanted to take a moment to encourage some vegan travelers right now. I feel like really often we run into people who say that they're vegan at home, but when they're on the road, they just can't do it, or they get tired of not being satisfied with meals. And I totally understand that it can be a bit challenging, especially Central America. You get really, really tired of beans and rice and beans really quickly. At this point, I wanted to talk right now about camping. We've just set up all our meals and done all our food prep for the next 7 days in Torres del Paine. And we did it with everything we bought locally here in Puerto Natales. We didn't go to Punta Arenas to shop. We didn't buy anything really specialty at all, except for some dried TVP, which was available at one of the grocery stores right here. So let's take a look at what we have. All right, so if we're gonna start the day, I think we might as well start it out with breakfast. And so for breakfast, Anissa and I each have, obviously these are combined because we're cooking together, but we each have a 1.5 cups of instant oatmeal, and then there's also a 1/4 cup of brownie mix already in here. So all we have to do is throw this in the water, and there's some pasas, some raisins, and that's going to give us the energy to get the day going. And it's a very quick and simple thing that we can do, and everything we do is a one pot and done on this trip. And I know we're using a lot of plastic bags, and I hate using plastic bags, plastic bottles, but we will recycle all of these as we go. You'll see us start to reuse them. Next we have our snack bags. Now Anissa and I each have a snack bag for each day. These have crackers, some vegan cookies, not too healthy, but just something to give you some quick energy. We have peanuts, dried pineapple, apricot, dates, cashews, lots of high calorie foods that we can eat on the go as we walk, and that's going to keep us going throughout the day. Then we get to lunch. Now lunches are also going to be a one-handed meal, but what we have is some packs of tortillas that we also found at a local grocery store here, mainly because bread will get smashed in your pack, and there's no cooking in the park except for in designated areas. So if you can't cook, you have to make something that you don't need any hot water or anything for. Those will just be peanut butter and jelly, and we will actually make these, besides the first day, we will make these on the go. The thing that's really important is you need to stop throughout the day and be eating and taking regular calories. The general rule of thumb is that when you're doing heavy physical activity, you're going to take about 100 calories an hour to keep yourself from bonking, as they say, or getting really low blood sugar. So we've got plenty of calories in those bags, and we'll have plenty of calories with our peanut butter and jelly. That brings me along to dinner. For dinner, we did keep this a little bit basic this time. We changed some things up a little bit from when we were in Untitled Chapter. Sometimes we were doing couscous, sometimes we were doing pasta, angel hair pasta, of course, because you burn too much gas if you use regular pasta. That's a mistake I see people in the grocery stores making all the times. They're buying these full width pastas, these heavy pastas, and they're going to take 10 minutes to cook or 12 minutes to cook, and you're burning through gas that you don't need to carry. But if you bring angel hair, or you bring couscous, or any of these that cook in 3 minutes, fully cooked, that's what you want when you're on the trail. You don't want something that's going to take so long to prepare. A, you don't want to wait for it. B, you don't want to be carrying extra gas that you don't actually need. It's simple, easy weight savings. But anyway, back to our dinner. What you have here is instant mashed potatoes, dried TSP chunks, a tomato soup, or a creamy tomato soup base that we found that happened to be vegan, and some nutritional yeast, and that's all goes in one pot. And to give us a little bit of variety, we have 2 of these. We have 2 that are a vegetable soup mix and 2 that are just a vegetable bouillon and then some extra nutritional yeast to give it a little bit more girth, because honestly we couldn't find any other vegan vegetable soup mixes here in Puerto Natales. That's actually something that I might recommend you bringing down here if you can find some dehydrated vegetable soup mixes. They really weren't readily available, so I thought that was a little bit of a challenge. So I will talk more about traveling as a vegan and staying vegan while you're traveling at a later time. For the moment now, I just want to encourage you that even if you're on the trail with locally bought things, you can find quick, simple things that are efficient for backpacking and vegan. So don't give up. Put your mind to it. Do some research. You can be creative, and you definitely can create some tasty vegan meals that are great on the trail and aren't going to weigh too much in your pack. With that, we got to take off so we can finish packing and get ready to hit the trail tomorrow. Talk to you guys soon.